What up, Hawk fans? This is Emma Welch back with your on-campus interview. Today I am joined with
Makyah Albrecht.
And you play for DSU Volleyball, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So, how did you start playing volleyball in your journey?
I started when I was probably 8. My mom used to play volleyball. She coached. And yeah, I started just going to practices with her when I was really young.
Wow, so volleyball's been part of your life for a really long time.
Yes, yep.
So you started playing volleyball when you're 8 years old. You played through high school, and then you were like, hey, I want to play in college. How did you decide right here is where you would end up?
Well, previously I was at Presentation College, actually.
Oh, okay.
And after the school shut down, I wanted to move closer to home, and I came on a visit here, and it just kind of fit because I love the smaller schools where there's more involvement, and Dickinson was the perfect place for that.
Cool. So how long have you been here at DSU?
For 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Okay. So were you here when we had our previous coaching and now
Yes.
Coach Stormy is
Yep.
here? Awesome. What was the transition a little bit like there? Was it like, obviously it's better. I mean, our team is playing so good right now, but was it hard to get new recruits and stuff like that for the team?
I don't think so. I think, one, it was a lot of us staying together and really being positive about the experience, and we all kind of had to put full faith in Stormy and trust that she knew what was in our best interest.
Right.
And a few of us knew her previously too, so that helped.
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
lot as well.
Yeah. As a student athlete, I mean, you're juggling classes and sports and practices and open gyms, and then you're traveling. I mean, with the Frontier Conference, we're traveling all the way across Montana. It's a long ways. Those are long bus rides, and so how do you juggle that as a student athlete?
Not a lot of free time. I feel like just trying to get my schoolwork done throughout the days, and then also making time for recovery for sports and going to practice, of course. And yeah, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of free time, but just really focusing on my classes and keeping up with volleyball.
Right. And I don't know volleyball very good, but I know you're a hitter.
Yes.
Which hitter? Middle, outside?
Right side.
Right side.
Yes.
Okay, I knew some terms there. I mean,
Yep.
I see you swing the ball and
Yeah.
put it on the floor, and I feel like you're also just such a good recovery player. When there's a ball that's going, you're going too. I mean, and everyone with that
Yeah.
too. I mean, I love watching volleyball games. But with that, what's your favorite memory or moment from this year so far? I kind of have a guess. I mean, the Bellevue game was big.
Yes.
So would you explain how you felt going into the Bellevue game and then after the Bellevue game?
I feel like going in, we were laying everything out on the line because we're going in as underdogs.
Right.
And just kind of putting it all out there. And I think afterwards it was very relieving of showing how hard we've worked and that we do deserve to win and we do deserve to make a name for ourselves, especially in the Frontier Conference.
Right. And I mean, the crowd was crazy that night. I mean, I was here, the student section was, pretty filled. What does the support from the students and from the school mean to the volleyball team, or to you in particular?
It means a ton to us. Honestly, there's no words to explain how much we appreciate it all. Every game afterwards, we're always so thankful. We go in the locker room and we debrief, but we recognize how much of an impact the student section does have, which we have to realize, because in away games, we don't have that.
Yeah.
So we really have to come up with our own energy even more, which makes it more special, especially to be at home.
Right.
Because of all the support we do get.
Right. I mean, I watched the game online from Butte and in Dillon, and I was screaming through the TV, and I wish that those screams just
Yes.
echoed into the gym, because I felt like you guys you just needed some Blue Hawk spirit sent your way, and I mean, I was yelling, and
Yeah. And we appreciate it all.
yeah, I mean, I love watching the games. What goals do you have for the remainder of this season, whether it's just yours personally or the team's goals?
I feel like getting better every day and always staying together as a team, like that's a huge part of volleyball, especially because it is a team sport and not one person can win it on their own. And I really think like that's what we're all trying to work on moving forward, is just getting better every day, showing up to practice with a good attitude, and yeah, staying together.
Awesome. So the final question, we ask this on every single interview that we do, whether it's here on campus or in the studio with Xander. What does DSU mean to you?
DSU means just family. I feel like that's a big word. Everyone's here to support everyone. Even in class, all the teachers are there for you.
Right.
And that would be the word I mean, to explain it all.
And what is your degree? Like, what program are you in?
I'm in business admin, and I'm a senior.
Awesome. I mean, I know those business teachers are so supportive. Yep. I've talked to so many of them. They're so kind, and I know as a student that no matter what journey you're going on, they're going to be so supportive, whether you're traveling to Dillon for a volleyball game, or even if you're going home to see your sibling or anything like that. And I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. All right, that's all we had. Thank you so much, Makyah, for coming. And now we're gonna go in studio with Xander.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to HawkTalk. I'm your in-studio host, Xander Beeson, here for my flu game episode. I know we look pretty close, but social distancing, this is 6 feet. Getting over a little bit of an illness, but we're here nonetheless. I'm here with a very special guest. I'll have you introduce yourself to the people.
I'm CJ Molina. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I am the Student Engagement Coordinator at Dickinson State University.
Awesome. So what initially brought you to Dickinson State?
I originally came here as a baseball player. I was a student athlete. That was in 2022.
Mm-hmm. Did you come from JUCO or straight out of high school?
I came from junior college. I went to Paradise Valley Community College in Phoenix, Arizona.
Awesome. So what was that transition from Arizona to North Dakota like?
That was quite an experience. Yeah. I had never seen snow, a true snow, for the first time until my first semester here.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a car. And I would ride my bike everywhere. So then when the snow came around, that was a struggle.
Yeah, that's rough. Well, obviously the transition must not have been too bad because you're still here.
Oh yeah.
Even after, usually you would see someone from Arizona leave the first chance they get, but you stuck around. You obviously said it in your intro, but kind of go in depth as to what your role is on campus now.
So I plan all the student events, such as when we do, like right now, they had a comedian last night. We had a bunch of events going on throughout homecoming, a bunch of different stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I also do intramurals, so when we have like darts and stuff upcoming, like that fun stuff. Yep. We plan that, organize that.
Yeah. You just talked about homecoming. That was last week. Mm-hmm. Scale of 1 to 10, how smoothly do you think everything went? How was homecoming?
I think with all of the events, mm-hmm. because typically on a week we have like 2 to 3 events. Yeah. We were pushing 20. Yeah. And I was not sure how it was going to go, but I think it went a lot smoother than everything.
Yeah, the little bit that I saw, I could tell it was going very smoothly. I'm not on campus as much as I used to be. I kind of just work and stay at home. That's all I do nowadays. Kind of going back, you obviously said you were a student athlete, you were playing baseball. What was that transition like? How did you get your foot in the door from being a student athlete to working in a faculty position?
So it was pretty interesting at first because I would enjoy, as a student, just going from practice to these events that would go on campus, and I got really familiar with Mackenzie and all of them. And then they were like, hey, we have a position here. And then they kind of gave me a rundown of like what it would be. And I was super excited because I love being at these events anyway, so seeing the other side of it's been a fun time.
That's awesome. you kind of hinted at a little bit with the intramurals with darts and all the kind of upcoming stuff. What are some things you can kind of tease that are coming up down the road, whether that's next couple weeks, there's the cough, the next semester, or even the rest of the school year?
Well, we've planned all the way through December so far, and we're looking into January and so far, but we do have a bunch of leagues coming up between darts and pool and such, and some surprises that'll show up here soon.
Basketball's coming back, I assume.
Will be in the spring.
I
yes.
say basketball is a huge one, and especially for the football players. They were, that was the talk of the town yesterday in the locker room.
Yeah.
Was friend of the show, Samaj Clark, was poached from a different team, added to a different team, and that was talk of the town at practice in the locker room yesterday. Yeah, you kind of spoke about it, that you enjoyed going to these campus activities, all the stuff after practice. What are some of the ones you went to that kind of shape how you go about planning stuff now?
So the ones that I enjoyed were the ones where students are actually like having to interact with each other. So whether that be like pumpkin carving or the stuffed animals, stuff like that, where you're doing whatever event's going on, but you're also getting to interact with people that you know and some that you don't know. I really enjoy that, and so when I first got here, I got to see that from the other side, and it really is a fun time for me to plan those events.
I know my personal favorite is the casino night.
Oh yeah,
that's like one of the only ones where I will leave my house, because it usually starts like 5:30, 6 o'clock. That's the only one where I'll leave my house and come back to campus to go to casino night. I run casino night at DSU. Even though I don't think I've ever actually won anything, I just go for vibes. It's such a good time.
Yeah, I do love that one.
Yeah, hey, that's the key, is blackjack table. The key to blackjack is good vibes. I will die on that hill. I might get that tattooed on me. But I kind of gave you this question beforehand. If money was not an issue, obviously we love everything that DSU is, what the Office of Student Life does for us. But if money wasn't an issue and you could add anything to DSU, it could be anything, what would you add to enhance student life?
I think for us, so we always joke around, Pace and Dirk and I, we joke around in the office quite a bit. We're like, dude, if we had just the slightest budget, we would work our way from a small performer all the way to the top. That was our like golden plan that we always made a joke about. I think if we didn't have like money wasn't an issue, that would be our thing, because we always joked about like, well, we'll get Drake and all of them here.
That would be quite the sight.
Oh yeah.
They're like, hey, come to campus in the student ballroom. Drake is gonna perform. That would be crazy. I might come back from my house for that. I might leave my house to come back to campus for that. But who knows? Last question. We ask this to everyone that comes on HawkTalk. What does DSU mean to you?
To me, DSU is something that it's a place that grows on you. I didn't know what to expect when I first got here, and then once you get here, you get a grasp of how involved the community is and how caring they are for one another. And I think DSU is just a great place for someone that wants to acknowledge that connection. That's a great place for it.
Awesome. Well, that's everything I have for you. I'll give you one more chance. If you guys have some, this will air today actually. Okay. If you have anything for the next week that you want to shout out real quick, go ahead. If not, it's fine. Any events? Nothing? This looks really bad for you. You're supposed to know the calendar. Yeah, I planned for November and December. Okay. We just had the comedian last night, so I think there will be on Halloween. We have trick or treating. No, it'll be dirt cups. Dirt cups. Okay. On Halloween. I like that. All right. Well, that's everything. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for coming on, and we will see you guys next week.
What's up, Hawk fans? I'm Cheyenne Jacobs, back here with your weekly recap. So let's get into it. Cross country heads to Ashland, Nebraska this weekend to compete in the NAIA Blazing Tiger Classic for their last meet before their conference meet in Billings on November 7th. Men's and women's basketball start their season this week. Men head to Butte, Montana to take on Eastern Oregon, and women head to Idaho to take on LC State. Their conference opener will be on November 21st in Scott Gym against Carroll, so make sure you head out. Volleyball was in action last week in Scott Gym, where they swept their match against Montana Tech and then took on a tough Montana Western team, unfortunately losing in 5 sets 3-2. They head to Great Falls, Montana this Friday to take on number 2 University of Providence, and then head to Havre, Montana on Saturday to take on MSU Northern. Good luck, Hawks. Football was on the road last week in a tough Frontier matchup against Rocky, where they put up a fight but lost 28-21. They are back in action on the road this week in Valley City for their last game on the road. We wish all of our Blue Hawks good luck in their competition and activities this week, and as always, Hawks are up.